Here is Fugo, whose jockey club name is the Fire Within, and this is a 16 one-hand thoroughbred gelding by Frisian Fire. And I've had Fugo now for a few months. So, he had when he came to me, he wasn't fit, hadn't really been working regularly for no reason except that just on the back burner at his farm. And so, but now he's really getting there. His fitness is coming back around and he's really ready to go do some stuff. And I don't know, for whatever reason, I just had my own insecurities about feeling like I couldn't ride a hunter. And so when I brought Sunshine and Tom to Virginia to ride with my friend and trainer Martha Wonder at Rax Run eventing is what she calls her operation. And she asked if I wanted to bring a third. So I brought Fugo, and I'm so glad I did because she really helped me cut through a lot of my ridiculous insecurities about feeling like I didn't know how to ride this horse well over fences. And so up to this ride, I've not ridden him over more than a cross rail, and for no reason, like nothing to do with him, just my own silliness, feeling like I didn't know how to ride a hunter. But the truth is, I'm riding him the same way I would ride literally any other horse, and he's being just absolutely exceptional. And everyone who saw this horse go over the last couple of days was just totally blown away with him, myself included. He was so fun. So what you're seeing here is our warm-up from the first day in our stadium jumping lesson. Unfortunately, no one was up at the ring when I was doing my flat warm-up, which he was very good for. He, hacked up to the ring from the barns, did a lovely flat warm-up. And then my friend Katie's videoing, so thank you, Katie. So this is our warm-up over fences. So there's the Cavaletti bending line, which is going to be done in 4 or 5. And then Martha's having us add in some rollback turns here on that 20-meter circle over the respective verticals. And it's quite a sharp rollback. This ring is actually really small. I'm not sure what the dimensions are, but it's definitely smaller than my ring, which is 100 by 200. So these are quite, actually, it sort of is like a jumpery type lesson because the space is small. So all the turns everything comes up really quick and tight. So it really actually makes you really ride and pay attention to the balance and the turns and all the things. So Fugo was quite perfect for his warm-up. He let me do all the twisty turns. So at this point, I think we've been cantering pretty straight when they came up to the ring, we were in the middle of cantering in our warm-up, and then we literally didn't stop. We just rolled. That was very good. We just rolled right into the jumping warm-up. So he's been cantering for quite some time at this point, and I think he's getting a little bit tired. He jumped that last one just absolutely spot on. And you can see Martha's putting that vertical up, and then he starts wanting to add in a couple of trot steps before jumps, which is definitely something that he does when he starts getting a little bit tired. And, obviously we want to, okay, so he did canter that one. Sorry, I'm misremembering. But he knocked it behind, and I think that might have been like the only jump he knocked the entire time. So definitely feeling a little bit of fatigue. And then he's so good, the horse would never stop. But he's just getting a little tired. So I think we come to this a few more times, and then we all realize, like, okay, this horse needs a nice walk break. Let him catch his breath. So I think here we're going to come again, and he jumps it nicely, but he pats the ground with like a trot step. Yeah, he puts in one trot step, which is fine, right? I mean, he's very handy with his feet. His footwork is excellent. His balance is excellent. He always knows exactly where he is. So he put in the one trot step, then he put in 2 trot steps, and now I think we're going to put in like 3 or 4 trot steps. Yeah. And so obviously the horse needs a little walk break here. Let him catch his breath. So that's what we did. Okay, so now moving on, he nailed the warm-up. That couldn't have been better. So we've got this, I think it's set to 4 at this point. This is a 4-stride line of a double Liverpool. And as far as I know, he's never seen a Liverpool before. So of course we're going to do what we would always do, which is just let them walk over them first. Now, if you've not started a lot of young horses over Liverpools, their reaction to this can go in extremes of 2 different ways. Fugo is doing the extreme brave reaction. This is almost never happens. I mean, these are the first times he's seeing these things. It's not like we did this for 10 minutes and then started taking video. Like, those are the first 2 Liverpools I pointed him at, and the horse just casually and bravely walks over them, steps on them, which is fine. Obviously, he's not going to step on them when we actually approach them in the trot, like this one. and just doesn't even care. I mean, just couldn't care less. Just ridiculous bravery. I can tell you that that happens like 1 in 50 times. Usually it's somewhere in the middle. Most horses don't, you know, have a complete shutdown meltdown, although that can happen sometimes. And not that it even matters. They're just green horses. They just have to learn from wherever they're at. But Fugo's response to doing this for the first time was over the top, easy, kind, genuine, brave. So the distance here is a little bit funny right now because it's set to 4, but like as jumps. And so, of course, we don't have them set as jumps right now. They're basically just ground pulls. So it's going to be like a 4.5 with the jumps this little. We do put the jumps up. And once the jumps are a more respectable height, the striding works out just fine. But the nice thing about a horse like Fugo is he's so handy with his feet that you don't even need to worry about the distance. He will just figure it out from wherever he's at. And if you just stay in the middle, stay behind a little bit, basically, if I just stay out of his way, he will make the right decision. So less is more with this horse. He does not require a lot of babysitting from his rider on those sorts of things. And actually, Martha was annoyed at me at that last time we went through because she felt like I zipped him up to make the striding work. She thought that I overly revved him to get there in 4, and she wanted me to just be patient and just, if it's going to be 4.5 at this height, it's going to be 4.5, and just let Fugo figure out the footwork from those imperfections. And so we just came around the second time. I didn't make any move. I just sort of stayed still, and it was 4.5. But for Fugo, it's just no big deal. He's happy to just pat the ground, add up, make it work, and he's careful and he's straight while he does it. So now they're both actual jumps, and the striding works out much better. Although we did pat the ground again there, but that doesn't matter. I mean, the horse is brilliant. He'll figure it out from anywhere. That was very good. So at this point, we're trotting in on purpose. But that was an easy 4. And that's probably the other reason that the striding wasn't quite there in the 4 is when you're trotting in, you're going to also generally end up with an ad. Okay, so now we're introducing the skinny barrels. And God, this horse is perfect. He was, the first time I pointed him at him, he literally just had no idea. It just didn't register to him that that was a jump. So we took a minute, we let him walk up to the barrels, sniff the barrels, and he wasn't scared of them. He just had never occurred to him that you might point him at something like that and to recognize that as a jump. And as soon as he sort of had that moment to just let it settle in, like, yeah, you're going to go across this. He was just absolutely perfect. I mean, if you just give him an opportunity to understand the answer to the question, I feel like once he has it, he just puts it away and then it's in there for good. And so that was his first time down the 2. And obviously he nailed it. It was quite brilliant. Couldn't be happier with that. So Martha raises it up a little bit, and now we're just sort of figure eighting back and forth, skinny barrels to 2 across the diagonal. Very good boy. And I just feel like every time he went to the skinny barrels, he jumped them better. Same thing here with the 2. I mean, he's just jumping so well. He's so straight. He's really confident. I mean, as the rider, it's just my job to just do nothing. Just stay out of this horse's way and let him answer the question. Okay, so we are oh, I thought we were going to canter him that time. Maybe we canter him the next time. I think we put up the 2 stride a little bit more. And again, just jumps to 10. What a good boy. I think this time I think this is our grand finale here. We're gonna canner the skinny barrels. So good. So, so good.